Skull and Bones, Year 3, Season 2. You've just downloaded the game. You've just got your updates. You come into the game, only to find out that your mastery has been reset. And now, you have to start the tier grind all over again. So the only question there is, what to do, how to do it, and how to do it most efficiently. Hello, pirates. My name is Nuke Troop 2007, and welcome to Nuke Troop Gaming. In this video today, I will be showing you what you need to know and what you need to do to be able to start gaining those mastery points again and start leveling up your ship to be able to get back to the overwhelming power numbers that you were seeing if you are a returning player at the end of Season 1 for our Year 3, or if you're a brand new player, to try to get you to a place in the end game that is going to let you do all of the events, get all of the goodies, and most importantly, sail with your friends in a most effective and rewarding manner. So what are we talking about? Well, what we're talking about is right over here. In your seasonal journey, you have your new mastery tree. If you are a returning player, this does look different from what we had last year. A lot of it is the same. There is a lot that is different. Instead of the middle perks, they have gone with a new system. We're going to go ahead and cover that, what they do, and how to best utilize those. Over here, you can see I am currently at mastery level 75. We still have a little ways to go. But what I'm going to be covering right now, we're not going to be using a lot of the points that we have available right now. We're going to be using a select number of them, and we're going to be stopping, as you can see, at level 22, just before that level 23 cap. And I'll go ahead and explain to you why we're doing that a little bit later, once we start going over some numbers and some data we've got. So first off, if you're a returning player and you have completed all 80 points of last year's tree, you will start out with a free 10 points that you can go ahead and put into anything that you would like. What would I suggest doing is going ahead and starting here and working your way up through this center diamond here and getting these first points here. So going from here along the outsides and then down, that will be your first 10 points. That will give you a nice 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90% damage buff right there. And then it'll also start you on your impetus journey. And then if you were able to get right out here, that's another extra 20% damage there. And then going up into either demi cannons, culverins, long guns, whatever have you. Off to the side, you're going to have a little bit more damage going up there. And then you have some projectile speed and 2 more nodes of damage up there. You have all of your weak point damage here. You have your reload time over here with 2 more spots of weak point thrown in over here on the side. Coming down here over to the left, same as last season, you have your base level reactive compounds, which is going to be boosting all of your elementals. Over here, we have your impetus. We have over here, we have your volatile arsenal. Arsenal will give you 5% increased weapon damage for each element that is currently on your ship, and any elements that you are applying via modification will also apply. So you can go ahead and max out an item, put 4 or 5 different elements on them, and you're going to be going ahead and getting 5% for each one of those elements. It's a nice little way to work this system. Then we have another one over here as well once you get a little bit further along and get your mastery going. so that you can go ahead and effectively double whatever output you were doing from this first one. So as you can see, we've gone ahead and stopped again just at level 22 cap. We are using impetus. Don't worry about these upper top ones. You're going to be getting those ones a little bit later. Impetus is the new system that they are implementing for this season. You're gaining points of impetus for effectively feats that you accomplish, whether it be ramming, applying damage onto somebody, or even sailing for long distances. I've gone straight up the middle with mine to go ahead and give damage-based rewards for the more damage that I put out, just because I do tend to run higher damage builds and more precise pinpoint damage. For me, that's going to be Relentless Force, Weakness Finder, and Firepower Order. You guys can go ahead and hop in here, explore those around what you want. I'm going to go ahead and take a deeper dive into all of these once we get into our build videos for our new ship and any of the existing ships that we have. But yeah, so what are you going to do when you first join? So when you first hop into the game, you are going to be thrown into World Tier 1. You can go ahead and jump straight over into World Tier 2, but you are going to be at a maximum ship cap of 17. Once you throw those first few points in, you are going to be able to go ahead and gain some levels. What I suggest is go ahead and head over to your map, find your World Tier Ascension. I believe for World Tier 3, it should be right about here somewhere. I think for me, mine was up here. I've seen some people getting them down here or even down here as well. But hop in, do your World Ascension, go ahead and ascend into World 3, and then again into World Tier 4 once you're ready for that. Don't forget to do your seasonal missions, though. Go ahead and get an introduction to the new ship, what the new fighting mechanics are, and some of the new uh, armor and buff and debuff systems that are effective. So once you're able to go ahead and get into World Tier 2, start doing some of your basic farming stuff, get your storyline going, and going through there, you're going to be able to get enough mastery points and experience to go ahead and put yourself into a good position where your ship should be between levels 21 and 22 fairly quickly. Now, if you have a high level build from last season, it's fairly simple to limit yourself. What I've done here is I've gone ahead and left on just my starboard and port weapons, and I've gone ahead and thrown on my armor as well. Go ahead and use whatever build you're using. Like I said, just go ahead and strip those three, and it'll be a pretty good effect of keeping you at either level 22 or lower, and being able to use a limited amount of mastery points. As you can see, I don't have that many actually put in. If you'd like to go ahead and count, you can go ahead and count. But for the early stages, using a weapon that does not have very many elements is going to benefit you because there's not all of these other things that you have to try to spread your points around into. So for us here, I'm using my Atmos Toll build, or one of the versions rather, and I'm stopping at only 2 elements. I've gone with flooding on top of the fire that it was already equipped with uh, as a base weapon. So again, we are stopping at level 22. Now we're stopping at level 22 because this is kind of a hard cap for experience that we're noticing. Now, when I talk about a hard cap, is that everything after would see level 22, you're going to be seeing an exponential experience decrease for every event or world boss or feat, whatever have you, that is completed. Now, going through a little bit of these numbers here, I'm going to be showing you some proof. At tier 3, at level 22, staying capped with no buffs whatsoever, we are able to go ahead and go around to the elites, and the numbers on the elites are going to be pretty consistent. Level 22 is going to be giving you a max experience of 2420. At 23 is going to be giving you 2300. At level 24 is going to be giving you 2200, and then it just decreases as you go from there. Now, like I said, all the elites are going to be giving the same experience. So in our testing and our efficiency standards, we are finding that farming the Hubacs for 2420 per Hubac is going to be your most efficient method of farming. Not only because they spawn right next to you, but there's also two of them at once. With a very good build, you can go ahead and kill them in one or two broadsides apiece. Makes for a very quick kill. Plus, you get the weapons that dropped. You can go ahead and break those down and go ahead and start with a good farm. If you go ahead and use your boosters, which for this instance we will be interested in, come down here to Tilling's Favors. If you come over down here to Notorious Scoundrel, it go ahead and it increases your infamy gain. I believe what our math was doing was a 1.5 times experience. That is good for 3 hours, so if you have multiple of them, you can go ahead and pop a few of these one right after the other at the end of the countdown period, and you're going to be really able to rack in those kills. So with the buff, Hubac twins per twin with a buff is going to be giving you 3,630 experience per kill. Again, that is at level 22. At level 23, the experience comes down to 3,465. At level 24, it will be coming down to 3,300 per kill on each twin. If we go up to tier 4, the numbers do increase significantly. However, we are finding that at tier 4, the health has been buffed rather significantly. So we actually don't recommend doing tier 4 elites at this time if your main goal is to gain mastery and to gain your experience. Just stay away from it for now. There are things in tier 4 that you can do that yield a pretty good amount of experience for your time that you spent. But we are actually going to be coming out here to the Hubacs. There are 6 people over here already. But we are capped at level 22. So we're going to go ahead and show you, at 22 with no buff, how long exactly it does take to kill them. Once we can find them. And what we're going to be getting for them. So we are over here in our Galleon. We are using our Iron Thunder perks. We are using our distances. We are using our Atlas and our flooding and all of the goodies that we know from last year. Or I'm sorry, from last season. All tactics are still viable. We are still able to put out a rather decent amount of damage. This one's taking a little bit longer because there is, now with the addition of myself, 6 people here. But you can still see, though, for a broadside, we're still able to really take a dent at them. So we got there's 2,420 experience, level 22. It's going to be pretty easy. If you're alone in here, you'll be able to kill them in 2 to 3 broadsides per. So you can see the one shot that we took out of them. I mean, if you're not fighting a level cap boss, then the Hubacs with a decent build shouldn't give you very much trouble at all. So just go ahead, hop on in here, do this a bunch of times, get 2 or 3 friends so that you can all gain a little bit more rewards from the group kill, and have yourself a day. go ahead and do this. Farm yourself out. You can see right there, we just gained another mastery point. So we're up to mastery level 76 now. Again, we still have a bit of a grind to go. Also, if you are a returning player and you are familiar with last year's mastery, you do know that we stopped at mastery level 80. I would like to inform you that that has changed for this year. Okay, you are not capped at 80 mastery anymore. This year it does go up to 90. So you do get an extra 10. However, to get to that extra 10, there are some extra things that you need to do. So again, if you come down to the seasonal journey over here, come down to journey. If you complete the bottom row here, you're going to see your rewards are going to be mastery points. So you get 1, 2, 4, 7, 10 total mastery points extra. So that is what's going to take you from your 80 max to your 90 max. So if you do not complete that, then at this stage where I am, I would only have 4 more mastery points to go before I would be capped out. But since I have completed all of those masteries, I have another 14 masteries to go through. It is a grind. It is possible, though. Do not let the numbers get you down. Do not let the experience stacking get to you. It is possible. I promise. So you saw that tier 3 Hubacs 2420 per kill. Now, if we go ahead and jump over to the Weeping Mother, which is the opening event for this year, we are going to need to put one other thing on. And that is going to be right over here, one of our spirit colors. So I am running a fire build. I'm going to be putting on my fire spirit color. But you can see, though, that just with that one item, it does jump us up from just shy of 22. I'm sorry, just shy of 23 to 3/4 done with 23. So if we go ahead and back this out, um, we're going to be going over and fighting the Weeping Mother. Now for this though, we are going to be wanting a little bit more damage. So for the sake of just finishing the fight a little bit faster, we're going to be coming over here and picking up just a few more spots over here. And then we're going to come over here and gain a little bit more of our fire. So right there, we're going to stop just shy of 24. And then we are going to go ahead and switch our cheese, or I'm sorry, switch our tiers over into World Tier 4. Now, over here on World Tier 4, there are a few other things that you can do. If you go back to the Hubac twins, fighting the Hubacs themselves is going to be a very big challenge. However, the minions that travel in groups of 3 around the Hubac spawning area, each one of those minions that you kill is going to be granting 345 experience per minion at level 22 ship rank. They do travel around in groups of 3, so that is 1,035 experience per group of 3 that you kill. Those groups do go down very quickly. If you just keep doing circles, you're able to encounter about 5 to 6 groups of enemies per domain area. That's right there in front of Wolvenhall and the Oubliettes, in that little area right there. And you can just keep going around them, keep doing them. They just keep spawning. If you gain enough hostility, Captain Epstein will come in. We got convoys that come in. If you kill the Captain Epstein, then you're able to get, I believe, an extra 6,000 mastery experience. So the Mastery Farm is still there on Tier 4. You're just doing it in a little bit of a different fashion. If you have a chance to do Commander Zhang out here in the world, Commander Zhang has been nerfed by quite a lot. Most strong builds can single shot him, or single broadside him rather, and at a maximum level cap of 28, you will be getting about 5,600 experience per kill on Commander Zhang. Now over here at the Weeping Mother, I am stopping at a ship rank of 24. This is possible at ship ranks of up to 28 as well, but at level 24, we are able to pull off 3,520 experience without a buff. At level 28, we are able to gain 3,200 experience, again, without a buff. If you are curious, Tier 4 with a buff, as I tested, Li Tiangning, she's not a pushover anymore. She does hit quite hard. She takes a little bit to actually kill, but if you're able to do it and you have a buff going, then you will net a whopping 6,105. Now, over here doing the Weeping Mother with a buff at level 28 maximum ship rank, you will be netting yourself 4,800 experience. So again, I have my Weeping Mother out here. We are a maximum ship rank of 24. If we go ahead and pop our Spirit Caller to go ahead and get her vulnerable, then we can hit her quite hard, quite fast, and we can go ahead and get this fight done and over with in well under a minute, if all goes well. It does not take much to damage her. Watch for your lanterns, watch out where she pops up, get her on her spawn location, keep her within her soul buoys there, whittle her down, get her stun locked, and just keep going at it. The minions out here, if you can grab them, will give you 410 per kill, so not a bad little bit. And right there, with our kill, we get some extra little points for our levels that we're at, and our final number that comes up, 3,520 for the kill. Not a bad bit of experience for not a lot of work. So, if you guys learned something here today, then go ahead and follow. Give me a like. Check us out over on the Discord. The Night Crew is always here to help. If you're looking for any weapon builds or any furniture that you might be in search of, if you have the materials and there's a blueprint that is available, we will make it for you. Don't be afraid to ask. That's what we're here for. Stop paying those overpriced scalpers with the hellports. It's not worth it. Just come to us, ask for a build, give us some materials, and hey, you'll have as many hellports as you can afford. So yeah, in the meantime, guys, once again, I am Nuke Troop 2007. Stay nuclear. I will catch you on the next video.